Have you ever thought about the most complex, most powerful machine you'll ever own? Well, you have one, and it's right between your ears. Today, we're opening up the ultimate user's guide to your brain, the command center for your entire life. So, let's get to know it a little better, shall we?
So what exactly is this thing? I mean, really, it's this 3-pound universe of tissue and electricity that's running the whole show. Your thoughts, your movements, your memories, even your personality. It is, quite literally, what makes you, you. So let's pop the hood and see how it works. All right, here's our game plan for this tour. First, we'll get the big picture of the brain as our command center. Then, we'll break it down into its 3 main parts and explore the specialized thinking lobes. After that, we'll see how it all communicates, and we'll wrap things up with some tips on how to keep it in top shape.
Okay, first things first. Let's really grasp how central the brain is to everything. We're not just talking about thinking, we're talking about the biological hardware that literally generates your entire reality from one moment to the next.
You know, the key word here is regulates. Your brain is constantly managing the conscious stuff, like you deciding to watch this, but it's also running all the background apps. It's keeping your heart beating, your lungs breathing, all without you ever having to think about it. It's the ultimate multitasker.
And here's what's wild. All of that incredible power is packed into a tiny package. The average adult brain weighs only about 3 pounds. It's honestly the most sophisticated piece of machinery on the entire planet, and we all have one. So how is this command center actually structured? A really great way to think about it is kind of like a skyscraper. You've got different levels that are responsible for different jobs, from the basic utilities down in the basement all the way up to the executive suites in the penthouse.
Our skyscraper tour is going to focus on these 3 core structures: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Each one has a totally distinct and absolutely vital role in keeping the whole operation running.
So sticking with our skyscraper analogy, think of it this way. The brainstem down at the bottom is the building's power plant. It handles all the automatic stuff, like keeping the lights on. The cerebellum is the coordination department. It manages balance and smooth movement. And that huge cerebrum up top? That's corporate HQ, where all the big picture thinking, memory, and decision-making happens. Okay, now let's zoom in on that corporate headquarters, the cerebrum. It's so big and so complex that it's actually divided into 4 specialized departments, or what we call lobes, and each one has its own unique set of responsibilities.
And here they are, the 4 lobes we're about to visit: the frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. You can think of these as the different executive offices, with each one managing a crucial part of your conscious experience.
First up, the frontal lobe. This is the CEO's office, sitting right behind your forehead. It's in charge of all the high-level executive functions, making decisions, planning, problem-solving, and social smarts. Anytime you decide what to eat for lunch or stop yourself from saying something silly, that's your frontal lobe at work. Next, we have the parietal lobe. This is your brain's navigation center. It takes in all the sensory info like touch, temperature, and pain and helps you figure out where your body is in space. It's the reason you can walk through a crowded room without bumping into everything. Then, on the sides of your head, you've got the temporal lobes. These are like the company archives. This department is absolutely crucial for memory, hearing, and understanding language. When you recognize a song on the radio or remember a friend's name, you can thank your temporal lobes. And finally, tucked away at the very back is the occipital lobe. This is the visual data department. Its entire job is to take the raw information flooding in from your eyes and turn it into the rich, colorful visual world you see around you, including this explainer right now.
Okay, so we've met all these amazing departments, but that begs the question, how do they all talk to each other? Let's take a look at the brain's incredible internal network, the high-speed communication system that wires everything together.
The brain's network basically comes down to 2 kinds of tissue. You can think of it like a computer system. The gray matter is the computer itself. Those are the processing units and the lobes we just talked about. And the white matter? That's all the cables, the wiring that sends signals and connects all those processing units together.
And the sheer scale of this network is it's mind-boggling. Your brain has around 86 billion nerve cells, or neurons. To put that in perspective, that's more than all the stars in our Milky Way galaxy. You have an entire galaxy of connections inside your head, firing away to create every single thought and action.
And this incredible machine, well, it isn't built overnight. It starts out at just about 1 pound at birth and keeps developing all the way into your mid to late 20s.
In fact, that prefrontal cortex, our CEO's office for decision-making, is one of the very last parts to finish construction.
So now that we've toured the whole facility and we have a better idea of how it works, let's talk about maintenance. How do you keep this unbelievably important command center healthy and running at peak performance?
Well, the good news is that brain maintenance isn't some big secret. This 5-step workout plan is a fantastic place to start. Socializing, challenging your mind, eating good food, getting exercise, and of course, getting enough sleep. These are the 5 pillars of brain health. They protect and strengthen all those amazing structures we've just been talking about.
At the end of the day, it's just so important to remember this. Your memories, your personality, your weird quirks, your hidden talents, everything that makes you uniquely you comes from this 3-pound organ. Taking care of it really is taking care of yourself.
And that kind of leaves us with one final big idea. Your brain isn't just watching the world go by like it's a movie, it is actively building your reality every single second of every day. So now that you know a bit more about how it works, the real question is, what will you do to build a better brain?